Go get him.
Nah, I'm good.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Alter Ego Podcast. I'm your host, Bill Danger. With me, as always, Mr. Ryan.
It's Ryan.
You.
Oh, what's up?
Mr. Rhino, how are you, buddy?
Actually, it's Donger.
It's not. It's not.
Yeah,
It's not.
it's Donger. You work for Uspis?
It's Danger. Auspice. Oh, my goodness. Happy Halloween, everybody. We getting into anything fun, boys and girls?
No, our trick or treat was on Sunday.
That's dumb. We're
I saw
going
that and I was like,
Thursday.
What was that?
Yeah.
I was like, is that what they do in Wisconsin? They just make up their own holiday and
Wisconsin.
just go trick or treating like a week before.
Well, you
it's
guys have to remember it's not going to be 80 degrees here on Halloween every year like it is in Florida.
What's it going to be?
We had snow a couple years ago.
So
That sounds amazing.
So you
Yeah.
do it on a weekend. It allows you a day or two to reschedule it if you need to.
Gotcha. I regret to inform the public. I typically go as Michael Myers. That's usually my get up. I've got the mask, the whole jumpsuit, the boots, everything very convincing due to my size and build. I tried the mask on in front of Kendall and she
freaked out. Didn't she?
screamed and ran. Well, Michael, you're retired. See you, buddy.
Well, for now, a couple years you can do it again.
Maybe. Yeah. What about you, Rhino? Who's your Halloween go-to?
I was middle-aged white dad
So was Ryan.
Yeah.
with a sore back.
Give a back hurt. I was walking the kids around in the wagon. It's a good time.
Henry, once he got the
or wagoning my children.
Once Henry figured out that the point of trick-or-treating was to get free candy from strangers, he lost his mind. Absolutely lost. He was like, let's go right now.
Hold on a second. I can go up there and they'll just give me candy? What do I need to do?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we are here at Halloween week getting ready to get the finale of Agatha. I'd love to talk about it. Love to talk expectations, but my co-hosts here haven't watched the show at all. Don't know what to tell you, gang. Don't know what to tell you.
Next week we will dive into it.
I don't watch anything on there but Hell's Kitchen.
What?
Yeah.
You don't watch anything but Hell's Kitchen on what?
Disney.
That doesn't make sense.
I'm joking.
Okay.
I watch other
the show.
working.
You're talking about the cooking show, Hell's Kitchen?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he sure was.
Me and Gordon, bro, like this.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, he's the homie.
Gordon, I love Gordon. Our co-host, Mr. Mr. Nello, does not like Gordon. I will not listen to any slander of Gordon Ramsay. I kind of love him.
He's off doing his civic duty right now, by the way.
He is. He's voting, and he said the lines are long, so I can't make it. Mind you, guys, Nello was off all day. Could he have gone at any time? Absolutely.
Yeah, I was gonna call him out in chat too.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, it's crazy that you just went at 5:30 right before an hour before you had to record. Like, oh man, that's so long. Don't know what I'm gonna do.
I don't care who you vote for out there. Just go out and do it, or don't complain. That's my TED Talk.
It's probably a little too late, but vote for me.
Yes, vote for Ryan. You can write him in on the ballot. I think that would go swimmingly. Because I know Rhino doesn't. Do you watch South Park?
Oh yeah.
Have you seen when Garrison is Trump? His slogan?
No.
Guess what I say? Fuck them all to death. It's his campaign. He's like, yeah, well, if the Canadians don't like us, they can fuck them to death too. And it's just what a great run with Garrison being Trump. It's so good.
I need to get back on that. I haven't watched South Park since the what was it?
The movie.
The pandemic.
Oh no,
pandemic
actually,
episode?
what was the other one? It was the one where with the Disney shit with all the
Imagination Land?
No, the one where they're like, oh, let's make everybody gay or do whatever.
Oh yeah, put a chick in it and make her fucking gay.
Yeah, exactly that one.
That's Kathleen. What's her name? Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah.
They have another alternate universe Cartman play Kathleen Kennedy, and that's all she says for any input on any Disney projects is put a chick in it and make her fucking gay.
You know, the last episode I actually watched on TV was John Elway Cartman's dad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're talking probably 20 years ago.
Mark, dude, you are, oh my gosh, there is so much good stuff in South Park now.
I love
but
the
what
movie.
I was going to it's still, dude, that show has transformed so much. My gosh. And I know Randy Marsh would be your favorite character instantly. I have no doubt about that. I would put any amount of money in my bank account on the fact that he would love Randy Marsh.
I didn't hear no bell.
Yeah. Randy Marsh, man, he shows up to his son's baseball games and just gets hammered and finds another dad whose ass he wants to beat. And so he just shows up, and any dad that's like, come on, Connor. He's like, you suck, Connor. And then he rips his shirt off and fights him at the game every time.
That's the same guy that does that. I thought this was America.
That's that episode.
Yeah.
He gets arrested every time. He goes, oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was America. Arrested me for what?
I forget which one is it. Why he's wheeling his balls around in a
so he wants to smoke weed. So he finds out that if you have cancer, you can get medicinal marijuana. So he puts his balls in the microwave for quite a while until they become massive, almost to where they're like little kangaroo hoppers underneath him. He's like, go grab me a beer. He's like, Dad, what the hell are you doing? Just getting a little cancer stand. Go grab Daddy a beer. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? I wanted to talk about a new game that just came out recently that Rhino and I have spent a good amount of time playing. In one game that I historically have hated for a very long time. That's Call of Duty Black Ops 6. For those of you with Xbox and Xbox Game Pass, that game is free to you.
And it came out. It's out now.
Yep.
Yeah. We've been playing it for a week now.
All I know is I have been I have not been an advocate for Call of Duty in the past. I have downloaded a free one. The last one I bought to give a chance was Call of Duty World War One. Was it World War One?
Yeah.
I know it was one of the World Wars. I bought that one. And it was interesting until I hated it. Black Ops 6.
Was it World at War is one of the goats up there.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
I know,
but that was years and years ago.
Oh, World at War was just still.
Are you talking about what's the other one that we played where you would pilot the helicopter?
You're talking about Battlefield.
Yeah, they had a World War One Battlefield. Oh,
that's not what I'm referring to. Yeah, I'm talking about the actual Call of Duty World War One or whatever it is. But this one's really, really good. Black Ops 6, very good. The movement's been okay. Yes, there are those typical Call of Duty moments where you get flanked or you spawn into somebody already shooting. But other than that, there has been a lot of positivity. I mean, I think they've made leaps and bounds. A lot of the streamers that have done this, like Tim the Tatman and Ninja and all them, are out there saying that this one saved Call of Duty. I know that Dr. Disrespect is a fan, which is not why we're wearing these glasses. We're just wearing these glasses because we're super badass.
Yeah.
It's really not much else to say. But what are your thoughts, Rhino? You're the big Call of Duty guy.
So I have been waiting for multiplayer to feel like this for years. I can't remember the last time it felt this, like where it was just smooth, it was clean, there was no jerkiness to it, there was no crazy jumping up and down, sliding 17 feet, hitting you with a shotgun from a mile away bullshit. Like it plays a lot like the classic Call of Duties do.
Nah, that sounds like trash, bro. I need that twitchiness, that sliding, that shoot a guy across the map with a shotgun.
No, not that shit.
There are definitely slide across the map with the shotgun moments. There are those,
but it's not nearly as much.
Yeah, I don't
know.
Do they bring
every Call of Duty player knows what I'm talking about when I say that bullshit?
It's Saturday. Nuketown is coming back.
Nuketown 24/7. Yeah, I'm in there.
Yeah,
I am in there.
Wasn't that a game mode? Nuketown 24/7.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, it's been every time they reintroduce, because it's every time Treyarch comes out with a Call of Duty, they reintroduce Nuketown. It's been done like 8 times. So there's
Is it the
always
most
a Nuketown 24/7.
Is it the most popular map in Call of Duty history?
I would
There's
say it's
definitely an
probably,
argument to be made. It's
Give me another one.
Shipment.
hijacked, and maybe some people have a love-hate relationship with Rust as well.
Isn't Rust the old school like oil tanker one?
It's the one where it's a small box and it's like
I
You
used to-
could,
that's
you
one
could
that I like.
climb up the
you can get to the top. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of shit went down at Rust. I mean, Rust was the new age one. I would say the 3 goats are Rust, Nuketown, and Shipment, because Shipment was original Modern Warfare.
Yep. Modern Warfare.
I wish they
4,
would
I
do
believe.
Walmart.
They had that. They had that in one of the battle royales. It was a superstore, just like Walmart.
Yeah.
What if they did that and there were shoppers in the store and they didn't count towards your score streak, but
You
You
could
can
shoot
mow
them,
'em down.
kind of like
I'd
in the
be all
Division
about-
when you could shoot dogs.
oh god,
Calais.
Rhino would get so upset if somebody shot the dog in the game.
Oh, I had a buddy who would go out of his way, be like, bro, we're running the mission. What are you doing? He's like, I'll be back. Comes back 2 minutes later, be like, bro, what happened? I saw a dog. I had to chase him down and shoot him. I'm like, are you serious? He goes, yeah. He goes, no dog lives when I'm around.
Wow.
Every dog he
Dude,
saw,
that's,
he
some,
shot.
that's some Jeffrey Dahmer shit.
Every
Yeah.
single time he shot a dog.
Ask him about the squirrels buried in his backyard.
Or the
No
gerbils
squirrels.
buried in his. Never mind.
Oh, geez, Louise. Oh boy.
Oh, hold on now. Before you move on, is this tied into the same the free Warzone joint?
Yeah.
So your
Warzone's
weapons-
always free. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know it's always free, but I know they typically will
Oh
drop
yes,
a new.
yes. The weapons. Yes.
So the weapons they still run in the new Warzone, like your loadouts, all that fun stuff you're building up for this one.
From Black Ops 6.
I'm not sure it's integrated yet, because I think the new Warzone map that's coming out is supposed to be tied in with Black Ops 6. So I
that's what was
I haven't played Warzone yet since this drop, so I don't know if the weapons are there already.
Hmm.
asking.
But
Okay, so
it will tie in eventually. That's what I read at least.
you gotta go start working on guns.
There you go. So you're gonna download it? You're gonna play it?
Oh fuck yeah, bro! Listen, I told you I am a Call of Duty guy. I'm not paying for it anymore.
I'm not paying
Well,
for
do you
it
have
either.
you
which-
have Game Pass, right?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
Well, then
I'll
go-
play the shit out. I'm
Go
just
home
not gonna
tonight
pay
and download it. We'll be on it.
Yeah, I'll download for sure.
Okay.
And then the wife goes to out of town for a week. That's all I'm gonna be doing.
Whoa.
That's gonna be
Oh, where's she
productive.
going?
My draws and play Call of Duty. Dallas.
Oh, nice.
That's about what I said.
Sorry. That was just dead air. I love Dallas. I think it's great. I just love it. After 3 seconds. Oh. Anyway, that is cool. That is cool. I'll be happy to get some Call of Duty in there with you. But what I did want to talk about was the fact that Spider-Man 4 is going to start production next year. I read.
Yep,
So,
that is correct.
but they can't agree on a script yet. Isn't that correct?
No, that's not. No, that is not true. They have read the script. He posted it was a picture of him and Zendaya,
Mhm.
and he said that they've read the script multiple times. Apparently,
Mm? I have not heard that. I heard there's things that need to move on. I haven't watched Venom Last Dance. I don't care about a spoiler for this one. Okay, I don't
No.
care. I'm going to ruin this movie for you because it's trash anyway. But apparently
Is it out?
Venom dies in it. Not Eddie Brock, but Venom.
The symbiote.
And there's
yeah,
a close
that tells me that they're definitely bringing him to the MCU for sure.
and the closing scene is Null saying that the King in Black is awakened, which King in Black is obviously the Null run that they did recently. Null being the symbiote god who his origins were he's one of the few people in the MCU that can go toe to toe with like Galactus. He's super powerful. And I think his planet's called Clintar. It was like the symbiote homeworld, which is currently an imprisonment for him. And so when Venom dies, he says, "Oh, your hero's dead. So the God or the King in Black is awakened, and I'm going to watch your world burn." Sorry, but there's rumors that Null may make a move over to the MCU as well as one of the new big bads.
I mean,
What
sounds
what
so
saga would
trash.
he fit into
so
though?
garbage.
The current one, Battle World. So instead of Doom being the bad guy, or the existential crisis, Null is what makes Doom create Battle World.
So
Oh,
now then, how the
that
hell
would
do you bring
suck.
Venom back?
Be terrible. I hope that's not true. That's something I heard from Screen Crush, and I love Screen Crush, and it was a theory that they had. So don't sit there and think that that's actually what's going to happen. But why would you have that last scene with Null talking about how the God or the King in Black is awakened and he's gonna come, destroy your world and make you watch, if Venom isn't a thing and like Tom Hardy has essentially said goodbye to the character?
I don't know. It's just dumb to me.
That's a really, I honestly, that's more of a shock value theory just to gain clicks and traction on the online article. Because if somebody reads a headline that fucking stupid, I'm going to click on it and see what the hell they're talking about.
What part?
That the fact that Null is going to be the next big bad, that he's going to come over the MCU. I mean, it's a shock value article.
It was a video done with a theory and
or video,
and
whatever. I
got fantastic theories, but that's not the clip on it. It was basically just to talk about the end credit scene and like talk to people about Null, which Null is pretty cool. He's one of those that I wanted to like a lot, and he got boring quick. When he got introduced to me in Absolute Carnage, I was like, oh, I don't care. I liked what Carnage was doing in Absolute Carnage. And then they tied that into Null coming, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, when I even saw the previews for this and I saw that Null was the big bad, I'm like, you really think the God of Symbiotes isn't going to be able to
Here's the thing.
Venom?
Here's the thing. Null's not the big bad.
Really?
He's not the big bad of Venom Last Dance.
Who is?
My dad. I'm kidding. I don't know because I didn't watch it, but I think it's
super dead too.
Shock or not Shock, Agony. I don't know. I don't care. It's just been
It's another
symbiote
that's the bad guy. So that's 3 straight fucking movies where it's just a symbiote is the bad guy,
and no Spider-Man either. No Spider-Man.
Sony sucks.
Yeah, I was gonna say you killed all Venom before he even made it to freaking Peter Parker.
So to go back to that video quick, his little theory, the only thing that you accomplish with this video that you can probably say is for sure is the fact that they're bringing Venom over to the MCU. It's not going to be Tom Holland or Tom Hardy, but they killed him off in Sony so they could bring a variant of him to the MCU.
I don't disagree. And then there's that moment in Venom 2 where he says, there's
I'm not so
millions
sure about that.
of what do you say? There's billions of symbiotes across multiverses, and that's how they all connect in one hive mind. So yeah, sure, there's other Venoms elsewhere.
I mean, I don't see that happening. I mean, if they haven't given them Venom yet, why now?
Well, because Battle World symbiote suit is introduced, and it's introduced to Spider-Man.
Secret Wars is where we first see the symbiote, where he gets taken, he goes off to the Battle World planet. So if they're going to do this Battle World premise, that's exactly when the perfect time to bring them over would be.
It'll be very interesting to see that, because in Battle World, when the heroes all go there, they all have their memories wiped, so they don't know who they are. And they all just kind of are duking it out, and they all think that Doom is a god that runs the planets. Doom Emperor, what is it? God Emperor Doom. And
that's in the second iteration.
He makes the Invisible Woman his wife, and Reed doesn't know about it because she wipes his memory. Fucked up, man. It's not the way you get a girlfriend, Doom, especially with all the money you got, buddy. Those cool magic,
clapping them invisible cheeks.
Mm-hmm. Sad, but it makes sense for Battle World to be the thing and Doom to be introduced if that's where they're going with Secret Wars, especially with what's going on with Wanda. But nobody's watching Agatha, so I can't give theories on that. Can you sell my disappointment there? But they're setting up Young Avengers. They're setting up a West Coast Avengers. and I think this Battle World
Are we
thing.
sure they actually are though?
I think Spider-Man 4 is actually going to take place on Battle World too.
I don't think so. I think
I do.
it is the. I think Spider-Man 4 are the events immediately following Secret Wars, and that's where he comes back. He's got the black suit, tussles with the black suit, and that's when we get Eddie Brock.
I think it is going to take place on Battle World. They say that the next 2 or 3 are going to take place on Battle World. So I mean, except for obviously,
Captain America
Fantastic.
and Thunderbolts don't.
We should be getting Fantastic Four trailers pretty soon, right? Wouldn't you think?
No, I don't. I think they're going to wait it out. I guarantee you they would probably wait until Super Bowl.
I mean, that movie releases next year, so you think February?
Yeah, but it's not until June or July.
Yeah. Well, that's a good theory. Let's take a quick break because somebody came to see me. He took a quick break, so somebody's gonna come say hi. Oh my goodness! And she says we're gonna go for a break because I gotta go to bed. Anyway, gang, see you in just a minute. Say bye. See you in a minute. And we're back. Hello. 1,000 apologies for those listening on audio. Spreaker, for whatever reason, wants 4 ad breaks, 4 of them. I don't know why. So trust me, whatever you're listening to is the bare minimum I have to put on here. But hey, it is what it is. Love you. Sorry for the inconvenience. That being said, Spider-Man 4. I'm excited. I think it's good. Tom Holland has said that he would like to return. He wants to do Spider-Man a few more times. And he also said that he wants to introduce a young Miles Morales to Spider-Man. He says, I want to do for him what Robert Downey Jr. did for me, which I thought that's pretty awesome. Not to mention everybody wants Miles Morales at this point.
Yeah. And I'm not going to lie. I would love to see like a Miles Morales with an old school Peter Parker, like just buddy cop movie almost.
Kind of. Yeah. I mean, like, hey, let me teach you the ropes. And I don't really fully know the ropes myself yet kind of thing. Because I don't think Tom Holland is the mature Spider-Man that we all have had.
He's not going to be the one to bring in Miles Morales, I don't think.
But he says that's what he wants, and I don't see why not. I mean, I don't mind that.
I mean, he has gotten older because it's been a while since he's been young. So
yeah,
by the time he gets back to doing this, it could be like a time lapse thing where he's kind of a little more mature.
And I think that's okay, but him not knowing all the answers, because even Tony didn't know all the answers when he was trying to bring Spider-Man on.
So here's a genuine question. How many more Tom Holland Spider-Man do you think we get?
I mean, that's at this point, it's up to Tom Holland, because he said originally he signed a 6-picture deal. And so now he's at the point where he doesn't have to do that anymore. But he also
6 pictures,
yeah. And in an interview, he says, I want to keep playing Spider-Man and I want to keep doing it for the fans. But, it's one of those things like, is it going to be a Chris Evans situation or is it going to be a Chris Hemsworth situation? Meaning Chris Evans, after he was done, was like, I'm done. And he didn't come back as Cap, which he could have said, I want to stay playing Cap. He 100% could have done that. I think the Russos could have still had just as satisfying an ending with Captain America out there in the world. But I mean, they had to have known he wasn't going to re-up for a while if they were going to do Captain America and the Winter Soldier, or Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which turned into Captain America and the Winter Soldier. They had to have known that way ahead of time, I would imagine. Right?
Yeah.
Well, now even that streak might be coming to an end.
You think Chris Evans is going to come back?
Well, now this is just a rumor. Got to preface it with that, obviously. But from one of the more reputable pages on Reddit, apparently the rumor is he's coming back to play Captain Hydra in Secret Wars.
As another variant?
Yeah,
out there?
A variant of Captain America, but one that was raised by Hydra. Obviously, like this actually happened in the comic books. I think it turned out it was a clone. Wasn't it a clone of Cap? Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the rumor is he's supposed to come back for Secret Wars and play Captain Hydra.
I mean, here's the thing. Back to the Miles Morales thing, and I don't want to stay on that. Is like we're getting Captain America Sam Wilson's little sidekick buddy. We're getting him in a movie. He was set
Yeah.
up in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. He's showing up. Why can't we have Miles Morales? And I think that's not a I don't think Marvel doesn't want to do him. I think they just have the Spider-Verse is crushing it. And do they want to introduce that character if there's no meaningful like payoff for him?
But here's the other thing too: is they don't have the rights to him. So I don't think it's one of those things we're gonna go to Sony hat in
Miles?
hand, like, hey, can we have Miles Morales too? Like, you know
Well,
what I mean?
Sony is apparently trying to back out of the deal with Marvel for Spider-Man 2, which I don't know what they don't get over there at Sony. I don't
Well,
understand.
this is like the third time they've threatened this, though, so I'm not worried about it. They do this almost every time.
I'm not gonna lie. If I'm Marvel, I'm like, go ahead, go make your shit movies. Do what
Well,
you
they
gotta
did
do.
this.
Yeah.
They did this after the Avengers movies. Is they're like, oh no, we're gonna take Spider-Man back. Like, no, you're not. No, you're not. It's a free fucking check.
What they need
Right.
to just do is like 3 billion, 5 billion. What is it gonna cost?
Well, not to mention they're not under contract with Tom Holland. They only have the rights to distribute the movie. So if they came and said we're going to do Spider-Man with Tom Holland would be like, no, I'm not. I want to do it with Marvel. So recast him.
I mean, it's one of those weird things too. At this point, like, bro, Marvel literally owns almost every freaking thing there is. Why not just
in
give
terms
them
of comics?
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Why not just give them Spider-Man, bro? Like, and you're making bad movies that no one's really giving a shit about.
Mm-hmm.
Take the money and
see,
run.
That's the thing though. Like their plan right now is brilliant. Like let the MCU do everything and you receive royalties off of it. It's a guaranteed income. But
And
playing this petty like, oh no, we may take the rights back. That bullshit's dumb.
I mean, it is to a point because they're probably only making so much off of each movie when it goes out. Imagine just give me $5 billion. Done.
Well, it depends on how long the MCU wants to keep doing the Spider-Man, because obviously he's one of the biggest characters in the entire universe. I mean,
I think Disney writes that check. I think if Sony puts a dollar sign on the Spider-Verse, Marvel goes, okay, here you go. And I think that
would have to be
changes.
more than the Fox universe was. It would have to be more.
That's crazy to me.
I mean, you can think about it. Everything Spider-Man, that's a whole bunch of stuff. It's like,
I mean, he's immediately bigger than. There's only one Fox universe character that you could argue is bigger than Tom Holland Spider-Man, and that's obviously
Kitty
Wolverine.
Pryde. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's a big enough character where they could probably say 10 billion and they would do it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know what the Wolverine movie's made, but I'm pretty sure it's not close to anywhere near $1 billion.
The only one I think that would be close is Logan.
I mean, like even in the closest single one,
The
but
recent
like, I mean,
Deadpool
all
movie made
together,
over $1 billion. For
yeah,
sure.
but we all know the real draw in that was freaking
Wolverine.
Which is weird. Why they let go of? Well, that was Fox. Never mind, that wasn't Sony.
I mean, so the idea is all these characters go to Battle World, and then at the end of Battle World, they all come back to the 616, and the X-Men are there, Wolverine and all that gang are showing up in the Prime timeline. Speaking of Wolverine, there's rumors of a Hulk versus Wolverine movie happening. What are your thoughts on that?
Love to see it.
Has anybody seen the animated feature, Hulk versus?
Yeah, it's good.
I think
it's good.
Well,
where
Isn't that
Hulk
when
kind of
Loki-
stumbles upon Weapon X. You're thinking of Hulk versus Thor. That's where Loki removes Banner from the Hulk and then sends the Hulk up to Asgard and he beats wholesale ass.
yeah, that was the one that I seen.
That's a great one. Goodness.
That was loud.
Yeah, that was very loud and unnecessary.
So this is the thing I'm curious about. So Universal allows them to use the Hulk in team up movies, but this is just a 1v1 movie. I wonder if Marvel would have to throw. Go ahead.
It's not that they don't. It's not that Hulk isn't allowed in a team up. It's not just team up movies. He can't be in a solo movie. So you have any character to it, and it's not an Avengers movie. It could be him and another character, him versus another character, as long as it's not the Incredible Hulk as a movie. Him as the titular character, him as the star, then they can't do it, which is so freaking stupid.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand that. Why? What's the difference?
Yeah, I agree. It's like Hulk is definitely. It's harder to do a Hulk movie. There's only really been one that I think was decent, and that was the Edward Norton vehicle.
Yeah,
but even that was okay. But I think this is if it's Hulk versus Wolverine, that's where they have the rights to do it. Which in the original Hulk versus Wolverine, they introduced Weapon X, and he fought Lady Deathstrike, Omega Red.
Deadpool was in it.
He fought Sabretooth, and Deadpool was in it. And it's a good movie. It really is. You should watch it. Even if you're not a fan of anime, look up Hulk versus Wolverine. It's a good one.
Plus, in the comics, one of the Hulk versus Wolverine storylines, the Hulk rips Wolverine in half and throws one part of his body like 5 miles away. And he literally crawls back to where his legs were.
Yep. That's awesome. I saw that panel where he's like, son of a bitch, threw my legs 5 miles away.
I mean, technically, with the way he heals, shouldn't it just have became 2 different Wolverines?
No, that's Deadpool's healing.
Well, Deadpool still would do the same thing. Deadpool's hands been ripped off. His legs have been ripped off by the Juggernaut, and there wasn't another Deadpool. He just grew back from the top.
Actually, there was a comic where they took all of the scraps in the multiverses that had been laying around of him, and they made an evil clone of him.
Nice.
And he's got like patches of Deadpool, and like he's got different color patches throughout his entire costume. It's actually pretty dope.
That sounds good. Josh Brolin also came back and said he would do anything the Russos asked of him if they brought back Thanos, which that doesn't surprise me. And you know what? Do we think are we done with Thanos though?
No. I think we see Thanos. I think we see Thanos in Battleworld.
Yeah. You think we get that iconic scene with him and Doctor Doom?
We're either going to get that or we're going to get the old King Thanos. Maybe that version comes from a separate multiverse.
That would still be cool.
Yeah. Like maybe it's a multiverse where he ended up winning and not the Avengers.
I don't want him to be a gimmick like it was with Human Torch.
That's kind of how I feel about it. Like, he's dead. That was the whole point of 10 years, was to get to that point to kill that guy. Let him be dead.
Yeah.
Especially if you didn't fucking end it right. You know what I mean? Go fuck yourselves.
Oh boy.
I don't think we get a gimmicky comeback again. I think that one was done specifically for Deadpool. I don't think we get a gimmicky, returning character like that again.
Right. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be all for like Thanos in the the What If series where he's like actually a decent. I'd be all for.
Where he's
that
a good guy.
action.
He's one of the Guardians. Well, he's not one of the Guardians. But you help.
That would be dope. Actually, he was one of the bounty hunters. Not Ravagers. God, bounty hunters. Ravagers. Yeah.
Like, I wish T'Challa's still around because I love to see T'Challa play Star-Lord.
Yeah, that would have been something else. I would have definitely been into that. I don't know, man. Comic book movies. I'm trying to look at the release slate for next year.
Next year, it's new Captain America. What is it? Brave New World.
Yep, Brave New World and Thunderbolts.
That's in March, February or March.
It's in March, or no? Sorry. Captain America is in February and Thunderbolts is in May.
I thought they had one. They were supposed to have one for November. That must have been Blade, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that must have been. But I think they're. We talked about this last week on the episode, and it's episode 179. I'm so against the Wesley Snipes reprising Blade. I don't think that's a good idea. I
wholeheartedly disagree with you.
Why? So
Give me
a valid reason why him at 80 years old should still play a convincing Blade.
Use him as a variant to make appearances. You have the opportunity to bring back some classic people as variants with this Battle World idea and this multiverse idea. You can do them properly. They don't have to be gimmicky. They don't have to be silly. They can actually be useful variants with useful cameos. And then once you get past the multiverse saga, you get into the mutant saga and you get into the Fantastic Four saga, then introduce a full-time Blade. They're doing it with Logan. Obviously, Logan's going to make another appearance in the MCU, and then they're going to recast Wolverine.
See, that's the different tune than what people were saying. People were saying, "Oh, we want Wesley Snipes to be Blade." I'm like, I don't
want him to be permanent Blade, but he can make a temporary cameo as Blade for the next 3-4 movies easily.
Yeah, I think the character, too much of Blade for him to be played by by somebody in his declining age. Do I think it's not that it can't be done? No, of course not. I think he can certainly do it. I just, when I saw him in Deadpool, I was like, damn, Wesley Snipes is looking
thin.
Yeah, looking
Yeah.
pretty thin. He doesn't look like he
Jailhouse
typically
meals,
did
yeah.
as yoked Blade that we got in Blade 1, 2, and 3, where he's walking on set and he looks legit. He looks like Blade. In Deadpool, I was kind of like, oh, all right, well, he looks like crap.
Yeah, that's honestly, I was like, damn, he does not look good.
Not saying that I'm this bastion of health and looking great, but I mean, when you're talking about a superhero, namely Blade, I don't see it.
Yeah, especially at 62 years old. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, there's only ever going to be one Blade. That comment was definitely like not.
Oh, that was
just,
aimed at, yeah.
Yeah, that was aimed at a lot of things, and I was just like, oh, okay, all right. And
But
then
you said it last week. Even if it was a man in the chair type cameo where he doesn't contribute a whole lot, maybe some insight, maybe some intelligence, maybe he's got one or two small fight scenes, I would even take that.
Yeah, and that I'm okay with. That's not a Blade movie to me.
Oh no, not
Right?
a movie. No, I don't want him getting a actually permanently cast. No,
That's what people are saying. They want
No.
the Blade 4 in a Wesley Snipes starring role. I'm like, I don't think that's really what we want.
yeah, what do we do at that point?
Right. I don't know. And Thunderbolts and Captain America Brave New World, I look at those and I need to see where it leads. That's why, like, there's so much uncertainty for me right now when I look at the MCU and the way things are going. And Agatha, I'm looking at that. I'm like, okay, I can see where this is going. There's a couple of different options here that they could do. And I see that as the only narrative continuing from what's going on right now. Brave New World has tested really, really poorly. It's already gone through massive reshoots. And I want to know what the issue is.
Man, I'm gonna tell
Oh,
you what the
God.
issue.
I know what the issue is.
That nigga ain't got no powers.
Talking about Sam Wilson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sorry, bro. Like, it's cool when he's the off kind of character on your left. You know what I mean? Like, and he's just, hey, I'm gonna be Captain America's lapdog kind of a thing. But to just give the, hey, here's the mantle to the guy who literally has no powers. Like, this nigga couldn't even get a loan from a bank, bro. And you expect me to stop it? You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're
stop
saying.
World threats. Come on, bro.
Yeah. I definitely understand that, especially squaring up against Red Hulk.
Yeah, like you saying no things, bro. Like, you were cool tangling with Spider-Man when he's not trying to hurt you, flying around in your little suit, you know what I'm saying? Like,
please don't hurt me, Spider-Man.
Yeah, like he's just, I don't know. I haven't minded his character as the Falcon, but when you try to give me Captain America and throw Falcon wings back, nah, bro.
Yeah,
throw a shield in front of him, no. Now it may feel a little different if you're like, let me get some of that juice, and he took some of that, and he's like, now I'm a super guy. You know what? Got a little juice now.
Yeah,
you know, I can understand that.
I would have much rather they went with the Bucky becoming Captain America route.
That's really what
would have been more. But I understand why they didn't, because they also wanted to go the Thunderbolts route, and you would have needed non-Captain America Bucky for the Thunderbolts.
Out there, white
well, that's also. I disagree. I agree with you about the no powers. To me, that's one of those things where I go, okay, at some point, something's got to give. Something's got to change for old Sam Wilson. Where, to me, when you start entering those big threats, it's the same as the Batman conversation. You can have all the toys in the world. You can have all the tech in the world. At some point, with the threats that are out there, it's not believable. Now, on the other side of that, you can say, hey, Jack, what are you talking about? You say you'd love to see Punisher. Punisher doesn't take on world-ending threats.
Exactly. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's now the guy. He's now supposed to be Cap. Like,
right,
come on, man. That's not it.
Not to mention, let's go ahead and look at the roster. Cap is not high on the list. Cap was already struggling with power when he had another guy who didn't have powers, who was more powerful than him in Iron Man. I mean, like let's say Captain America's got a threat. Thor shows up. What is Cap going to do to contribute that Thor can't already do?
Look
Oh,
at
no,
what
you just-
Spider-Man did to Bucky.
I can do this.
Well, that's
all
what-
day.
that's
Oh
what-
shit! You got a
You got a
metal
metal
arm?
arm. That's
Exactly.
cool, man. What's that made out of? And
Now-
then Sam Wilson, Captain America, who's already webbed up, lying on the floor, goes, "There's usually not this much talking. You want him to stop talking and keep beating your ass?"
Yeah, for real.
What if there was 30 seconds of that movie where Spider-Man was like, "Okay," and then just pounds
Walks the
Sam
dog.
into
Oh,
the
bro, I
concrete
love
for
it.
30 seconds?
I would love it.
Bap, 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 bap. Sam's just quiet.
Face all fucked up. Dude. Help. That'd be
I
awesome.
recant my statement. What were you saying? I
You
just
know what? That's my bad, dog. Got a little out of pocket. Said
Yeah.
some things I didn't really mean.
listen. I shouldn't have done that, and that's
You know what I
okay.
mean? And I want to apologize.
So when I look at that, and then I look at Thunderbolts, and the only thing coming out of Thunderbolts that could push the story, I mean, I like seeing other parts of the world and other facets of the MCU. I like seeing that excitement, but the only villainous real draw to me out of Thunderbolts is what's her name, De La Fontaine, who's holding up Hydra at this point. And I don't
Yeah, but
see. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think we get more of the Red Hulk in Thunderbolts. I think he ends up coming in. I think actually Delafontaine brings in Red Hulk to take on
Sentry.
Sentry. Jesus. Yeah, Sentry.
Okay, so I hate to be that guy, but as we know, the Hulk is my favorite character. Why do I care about the Red Hulk? You're just
He's
throwing
actually
another guy.
he's actually a pretty significant character in the comics.
And
Oh,
believe
yeah,
it
in
or
the
not,
comics,
he
that's
is
great. That's
he's definitely
awesome.
an
Where's he been the last
anti-hero.
14 years.
He's been General Ross.
Yeah, he's General Ross.
Yeah, General Thaddeus
And
Thunderbolt
we've
Ross.
had him in how many movies that anybody gives a shit about?
Yeah,
Incredible
we had him
Hulk,
in
Civil War.
Ooh, Incredible Hulk. Yeah, we're really
Endgame.
that fake movie that we don't talk about.
Endgame, that fake movie we don't talk about.
Especially
We
the
literally
first
just
one.
talked about it 13 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And the other ones we don't really talk about that. Even the Edward Norton movie was still kind of meh.
But you ask where he's been. He has been ever present in the MCU throughout
And
all the stories.
they've done a pretty good job of building his character up in importance too, because in Incredible Hulk, he's just a general. In Civil War, he's Secretary of Defense. And then now in Captain America, he's the president.
Right.
So I mean,
All about-
they've been building him up in significance over the past 7-8 years.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't even remember him in all those other movies.
He's in the first Hulk. Obviously, you remember
Yeah,
that
I remember
one.
that in the Hulk.
He's in
movies.
Civil War when he's talking to Wanda and all them about them being Thor and Banner being weapons of mass destruction. Where are they?
He talks about the Wakanda Accords or Sokovia Accords.
Well, oh yeah, that's right, because that happens right after, which starts Civil
Yep.
War. And then he talks about having a heart attack in his backswing in that one. And then in Endgame, he's asking Rhodes if he knows where Cap is.
Arrest
So
him.
after that, yeah, exactly. And then he's in the beginning of Black Widow as well. So he's all
Yep.
over the place. But that to me, that's I don't want to see that. I don't want to see the Thunderbolts have the Hulk be their main guy again.
Honestly, I want to see more of the Hulk. What's he up to? Where's he going? What he go
He's
do?
got
in
a
space?
son. Now he's just not
Right.
taking care of him.
That was another thing that I wanted to talk about. They introduced Scar. This is my son, Scar, and it's like,
Y'all skipped a
So-
whole lot.
so now what? So now Scar is already here, another super powered Hulk, who really is just capable of so much. And what? Hulk and Wolverine are going to fight, and Scar is not going to show up.
I want to say I thought Scar
Yeah, where
wasn't like
does Scar even?
pops. If I'm not
No,
mistaken,
he's tough, dude. He's strong.
No, I know he is, but I'm saying that him and his father didn't get along.
No,
Oh no,
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 he
no,
comes-
no.
kill his dad.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I was like, so I'm like, I don't understand why they'd make that a thing. I don't know. Here's my little illegitimate child that I didn't have.
Oh, he's not illegitimate. That's his child. For
Are you sure it's
I want to
Mom,
know
more?
who the mother is. I want to know who the
Right.
mother is.
Because the mother is a pretty important character of World War Hulk, or Planet Hulk rather, and she's one of the leaders on Sakaar. She's one of the high priestesses, and Hulk ends up shacking up with her. And they butchered and ruined that story to death in Thor
Ragnarok.
or Ragnarok. which is a whole nother bag of cats that I don't want to talk about. But I don't know, man. I'm upset. I don't know what's going on with the.
At least give me like a Joe Fixit or something. Give me a
Get
Gray
something
Hulk.
fun,
Give me a
right?
Cool Hulk. Don't give me just. Yeah.
And another one that I want to see is She-Hulk. I want to see her come back. What's she been doing? Where's Tatiana Maslany?
Twerking.
That's right.
Body yada 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 yada.
I don't know, guys. We're kind of in a state of obscurity here. We need
We're not going
change.
to talk
We need-
anything Halloween.
like what? Let's hear
I
it.
don't know.
I want to
cool.
pause it. Let's go. Let's hear it.
Halloween's cool.
It's hot.
Here's a question. Here's a question.
Okay, let's hear it. Okay. A third try.
After trick or treating, did you sort your candy by brand name or category?
We're gonna play this out. Go ahead. I'll let you answer first, Ryan.
Oh, I honestly, fun fact. I only celebrated Halloween once, and I got robbed by my aunt and uncle who took me trick or treating. So I got whatever's left
You got
over.
robbed?
Oh yeah, bro. They just took all the good shit and left me with like Tootsie Rolls and all the dumb shit that you don't want as a kid. So, and they gave me a couple here and there. But
Sweet tarts.
yeah.
Let me tell you something. I grabbed the Reese's and the peanut butter M&Ms and a couple of Snickers and everything else in the trash.
Yeah, I was gonna say if I don't eat it, I don't even really fuck with
I
it.
wasn't a big candy person, but Reese's and peanut butter M&Ms for sure.
Yeah, peanut butter M&Ms are the goat.
What about you, Ryan? Rhino?
I sorted them
Answer-
out by brand name. So, you had Crunch Bars,
Did you?
Reese's, Butterfingers, Snickers.
Butterfingers are disgusting. They're the
Oh, you
worst.
sure have care how you speak.
Listen,
I just did.
yeah, my
I'm
wife
not going to
actually
stand for
bought-
no Butterfinger slander.
What
It's
was it?
disgusting. It's like eating layered charcoal.
We went to who has the Butterfinger like McFlurry or something like that? Is it McDonald's
Yeah.
or one of those people?
Mm.
She's like, I didn't know what to get you, so I got you Butterfinger.
Take it back.
Bitch. And the 16 years we've been together, you ain't never seen me eat a Butterfinger. Why would you do that? She's like, well, I didn't know.
I
I've
don't
never
know.
seen
I'm
you
just
eat a
your wife.
Butterfinger.
I love Butterfinger.
They're awful, and what they do
I'm
to
going to
your
go upstairs
teeth
and
is-
have a couple, actually. Yeah, you do get that
Enjoy-
weird shit. Yeah.
have the Butterfinger that I was gonna have. You can have mine.
I was going to do that anyways, even if you liked them.
Anyway,
lay a
gang.
finger on my Butterfinger.
Happy Halloween, episode 180 of their Alter Ego podcast. We'll be back next week. Maybe Nell will be here. Maybe he won't.
He's
All I
probably
know
still
is
waiting to vote.
we will be there.